Hey guys, it's Melanie Hines. I'm doing your Iraqi dinar summary. Boy, did we have a lot of articles to cover since I didn't do a summary yesterday. So this is your fastest Iraqi dinar summary on the net. Clear, concise, of what's going on in Iraq. So there was a lot of articles that I got, not from my military sources because they have moved, but from how they taught me to get the actual articles coming out of Iraq. And there were a lot of articles today that we covered in my live stream. So if you want any details, you can always subscribe, tap the bell, go back to this morning's live stream. Also, the Zoom link is up for my members that qualify for the Zoom tomorrow. That's Miracle Manifestation members and Mastermind group members. Both are qualified for the Zoom tomorrow. I am in here in the office because I moved quickly to get this done. Why? Because my Venmo's not working. So I have to drive to my barn to drop off the payment for our horses, which is always fun. So the dollar prices climb in Baghdad and Erbil. That's typical, guys. They go up and down as we watch this roll out. Iraq is out of top 20 U.S. Treasury holders for second year. Out of the top 20 people that hold U.S. Treasury bonds, that supports the U.S. dollar. Comment down below if you agree that it's better to have a strong U.S. dollar than a weak one. We have a strong one because everything is backed by treasuries, including all the stable coins. If you want more information, I'm going to be covering that tomorrow. The next thing is 30 hours average. Iraq sits near the bottom in global work hours with an average of 30 hours a week. The Iraqi citizens don't work as much as we do. I mean, America's not even on the list because they didn't go into the detail of how much Americans work. I'm just saying. Didn't even mention America because they don't want you to realize how much we work. But then again, we have a large subset of population that doesn't work. So, what do you think about that? You gotta laugh, guys. I hope you will find me funny and join me tomorrow night on Monday night at 5. I'm gonna be doing margaritas and manifestations. It's really a lot of fun. It's the most fun on the internet. We also update you about Iraqi dinar on every live. So just join us. Everything I talk about, I'm focused on pulling this in. So Iraq ranks third among U.S. oil suppliers. And there's an envoy over there talking to Iraq right now, trying to get this thing done. Why? Because the U.S. government holds a lot of their currency. It's going to help get rid of the debt. Jordan's exports to Iraq totaled $957 million in the U.S. dollar figure. Now, that was interesting because it was, they said it was in U.S. dollars because the Jordan dinar is equivalent to 1.41 U.S. dollars, so $1.41, just like Kuwaiti dinar is worth 3.26 U.S. dollars or 326. One Kuwaiti dinar, one Jordanian dinar, everything was in the dollars. But when we go to the third among the oil transporters, there was no dollar figures for any country. Why do you think that is? I just find that things that make you go, I'm just saying. So this is the article also about the Iranian currency keeps falling after UN sanctions snapback. Iran is being sanctioned because they're not playing well with the other global countries. They're not trying to get along with anybody. This is my puppy. I got another one coming. So please pray for us. I need God's favor, like big time right now. So keep me in your prayer. My husband and I are in the middle of doing something that is outside of my comfort zone. But guys, how many of you know God puts you outside your comfort zone frequently if you're following him? So I just thought that was interesting. The Iranian currency keeps falling after the UN sanctions snapback. The Iranian currency is devalued, just like the Vietnam dong is devalued, which I also hold. I also hold the Iranian rial. We hold the Iraqi dinar. How many currencies do you hold? Don't say how much you have, but you can say the type of currency. Comment down below. I also hold a lot of crypto. We talked about XRP. We used that as an example this morning in my live stream. If you hold XRP, comment that down below. I hold XRP. Also, Iraq records fresh slowdown in inflation for October. Listen to this. Their inflation is, let's see, 0.3% month-on-month drop and a 0.5% year-on-year decrease. The fall was driven mainly by a 0.5% decline in food and non-alcoholic beverages, with fish prices down 4.9%, fruit prices down 2.4%. Housing costs also fell 1%. Other categories saw minor fluctuations. So Iraq has got a handle on its inflation. They've also, their exports are increasing in all these different areas. Their LPG and all that stuff, that's liquid petroleum gas. So guys, Iraq has diversified. It's done everything they've asked of them. Who are they? The world powers, the World Bank, they're in complete compliance with everything they've asked of them. They have a brand new digital system that's run by AI. Their digital system is AI. It's really easy, guys, when you understand financial systems like I do as an auditor with Pricewaterhouse. It's really easy to figure out how AI could run financial systems. So easy. Okay, now we go to what everybody else is saying, which is why people love me. Because I'm the only one who looks at everybody's intel. And I have my own. The first 5 minutes was my own intel. And I get insights that nobody gets because I've been studying God's word for 25 years. And I've always sought him for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You're going to want to subscribe and tap the bell if you want God's wisdom about this. So Frank 26, he's at the top of the list here. Kuwait, 1991, 2 weeks before they did an RV. They came out with a new rate. Their central bank released new note verification guides. That's what we're expecting. We called them the bulletin board so the citizens wouldn't panic when the old note suddenly became 1,000 times the street value. That was in 1991 Germany and 1948 Rentenbank Bank published currency exchange procedures 10 days before the Germany, the DM, Deutschmark, whatever, launched that the public would know exactly what. I'm just reading this. I don't want all the history. China back, whatever. Mark Z. People are expecting it to RV at any moment. All of them say we're in a very short window, so I'm excited. Many are looking forward December 2nd to January 2nd right now. Mountain Goat, the central bank settles the debate. There is no intention to amend the exchange rate of the Iraqi dinar. Yep, they said that. This means no intention to devalue the dinar. Get it? No intention to devalue the dinar. Frank 26, as far as the central bank says, there's no plan to change the exchange rate. Why do you say you're changing the rate by lifting the 3 zeros then? Remember, the CBI has to put up this facade. It has to put up the fake posture saying there is no plan. This is actually part of the plan. Yes, misinformation is the key. Because why? You don't want to tell speculators or telegraph to currency speculators what you're doing. It would be bad. Samson, article, central bank gold reserves exceed 160 tons. I think they got to 170 tons on my last count. Plan to diversify currencies in exchange for monetary stability. I've been tracking the CBI articles on my live streams. You can listen to my summaries. You'll hear some of that. And guys, if you studied the CBI articles like I have, because of having previously been an auditor of banks, that's what makes me unique. Please subscribe, tap the bell. Militiaman, famous statement from earlier this week on Monday from the central bank. There's no plan to change the exchange rate. Governor Alak and Dr. Salih both used almost those exact words. Notice the two little words "at present." The statement was 100% true this last Monday, but come to this next Monday morning, we will no longer be in the present. A quick history lesson. Dr. Abadi, the legendary former governor, used the exact phrase "no plan at present" in late 2011, right before the central bank made a small but important adjustment in early 2012. Central banks often speak this way when the last pieces are falling into place. That present that existed on Monday last week is not the same present it's going to be on this Monday. I agree with him. Mark Z, in Iraq, economist settles the controversy. Iraq does not need to change the exchange rate, and crisis is financial and not cash. Guys, this is nearly identical to articles on the morning Kuwait changed rates. I am not saying it's going to happen today, but the article does tell us how stable the dinar is. They are keeping the timing confused. They did the same thing in Kuwait, Germany after World War II, and China when they RV'd. This is normal. Pimpy said, I own 5 million Iraqi dinar. I can't believe he even said that. You think I want them to take zeros off and then change the exchange rate? No, everybody's been... in my opinion, I'm not Pimpy. I'm the opposite of him because I have financial experience. My opinion, nothing against him. He's a child of God. I love him just like I would love a brother. But I'm just saying, based on my knowledge and my intel sources, like Mr. T, a retired colonel who benefited from Kuwaiti dinar and benefited when the Swiss franc depegged from the euro dollar, he's like me, it's coming off the exchange rate. Like right now, it's preloaded on Forex under their new digital system. They can do that. It's preloaded, according to an article I have, it's preloaded at $4.81.01. If they delete 3 zeros, it's just the decimal point is going to come over and it's going to be 4.80. That's how it works. That's how Forex works. I've had that confirmed from a retired colonel who's in Forex trading. What more can I say? It's a good time to be alive. It's a good time to be holding Iraqi dinar. If you agree, say, I agree. It's a good time. Guys, I love you all. I will see you tomorrow morning for 3 live streams. 2 live streams. 3? I don't know. Man, am I going to do 3? Maybe I'll do a membership live stream in the middle of the day. I don't know. Stranger things have happened. I don't know what the schedule is. 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. for sure. God bless. Bye.